Prepare yourself for the environment. Here is a motor car. Prior to its invention, the only way to achieve speeds of over 30 miles per hour was to fall off a cliff. Now people can get where they want, faster, and in directions other than downwards. Humanity truly lives in a golden age full of convenience. But at what cost? This black cloud of smoke emanating from the motor car is called pollution, and is incredibly dangerous to the environment. Poisonous vapors from scientific progress create holes in the ozone layer, which leaves us exposed to aliens from space and, perhaps more terrifyingly, the sun. This causes what scientists call the greenhouse effect. Good news for tomatoes, bad news for you. And animals also suffer. The cutting down of trees decreases the amount of oxygen, which can be quite important in the breathing process. This can cause severe cases of extinction in some animals, which is often irreversible. Furthermore, oil poured recklessly into the ocean can kill sea life. And whilst the phrase, "plenty more fish in the sea," may be helpful comforting a recently singled female, Mother Nature cannot be so easily consoled. Yes, the real threat to nature is not ancient unfathomable evil, supervillains, or feminists, but mankind himself. Mother Nature has long sought to protect the environment with her vast arsenal of weaponry, such as diseases, volcanoes, and hay fever, which is akin to flowers committing a forceful act of intimacy upon a person's face. But her efforts to combat man have failed, and now we live in a topsy-turvy world where summer is hot and winter is cold. This cannot continue. So, what can you do to help? You need not become a druid and apologize to Mother Nature with nude rituals. Simply throwing your bottles in the correct bins will reverse all the damage and save the planet. Recycling things can also help. Here, this boring, useless old eagle's nest has been recycled into a fetching hat. Old jam jars can be reused to form welcome mats for French visitors. But why not be creative? Here, the ultimate warrior is recycling the Third Reich's views on homosexuality to promote peace and harmony in the modern age. And this Icelandic chap is recycling this inconveniently placed beached whale into delicious, eco-friendly whale sauce. Some people may decide to take the fight to irresponsible corporations. These folks have decided to engage in a peaceful observance of nuclear waste dumping, which involves sitting in a boat singing songs. That'll show this highly organized authoritarian body. If you lack the courage for this sort of caper, then simply be aware of little changes you can make around the home. For example, it is a little-known fact that when you overfill your kettle, a dolphin loses the use of its eyes. Also, using plastic shopping bags causes 5 Chinese people to be born, and failing to insulate your roof properly causes sea levels to rise. But we must act fast. The time to panic is swiftly approaching, with only 200 days left before certain doom. At this time, Prince Charles and his crack team of scientists will deem us unfit to rule the planet, and pass control to one of the next species in line, which scientists have calculated will be either octopuses, who would study our ability to open jars and feast on raw Japanese people, or pandas, who would relentlessly pressure us into carnal acts. Here's environmental disaster naysayer David Bellamy now, rummaging around in the undergrowth to evade his monochrome overlords, who seek to force him to mate with fellow scientist Johnny Ball. And here are the 4 horsemen of the environment: climate change, overpopulation, pollution, and intensive farming, getting ready to ride. Now is not the time for radical thinking. The scientific community has had its chance, and only the repeated actions of the past, or possibly ninjas, can save us now. Ghastly invisible carbon footprints are scarring our landscapes, and genetically modified vegetables are eating our endangered species whilst burning fossil fuels. So, until humanity can move to other planets, or agree to start eating insects and grass instead of meat, you'd better prepare yourself for the environment. For the environment.